Spurred to action by the rising cost of gas and electricity, European ministers met in Luxembourg on Tuesday to debate measures that could cushion consumers from extortionate energy bills this winter. But the energy meeting has failed to find common ground among the 27 member states, marking the latest in a series of bitter spats over the energy crisis. European gas, which is mostly imported from outside of the EU, hit record prices this autumn and there appears to be no end in sight to the bloc's plight. The European Commission has accused the Kremlin of manipulating the flow of gas into Europe to gain political leverage and push prices up. Russia has recently completed the controversial Nord Stream 2 pipeline into Germany but is awaiting regulatory approval before it turns the taps. In the meantime, Russia has been striking deals with Hungary that have challenged the national integrity of Ukraine, sparking a diplomatic row between Budapest and Kiev. In response, the Commission said it will investigate the pros and cons of joint gas buying among member states. The move would see the EU stockpile strategic reserves of the fossil fuel for emergency use. EU Energy Commissioner Kadri Simpson said, "There are many issues to be considered: who will pay for the costs of procuring and storing the gas, how the gas will be transported from the different regions." Luxembourg Energy Minister Claude Termes has also challenged Spain, which has spearheaded the move to collectively acquire gas. He said the country was overpromising by saying joint gas procurement will solve the crisis. Spain has made the case for joint gas purchases on Tuesday and proposed member states should have the option of opting out of the EU's present system that sets electricity prices. But the proposal failed to gather enough support, with member states unwilling to overhaul the EU's energy laws. Germany was joined by 8 other states in an open statement decrying attempts to reform the energy market. The 9 countries said, this will not be a remedy to mitigate the current rising energy prices linked to fossil fuels markets. The meeting in Luxembourg has, consequently, failed to deliver any real change. Slovenian Infrastructure Minister Jernej Vjatović said, there was no agreed position on whether or not intervention measures should be adopted at the EU level and applied in all member states. Heading into the emergency talks, the EU has already faced an open rebellion from its member states. Last week, Czech Prime Minister Andrej Babiš clashed with EU leadership when he claimed the bloc's own energy policies were to blame for the mess. And before him, French President Emmanuel Macron was joined by 9 other nations in an open letter calling on the EU to reconsider its stance on nuclear energy. The countries said, we need nuclear energy. This is for all of us a key and only means for a low-carbon future. Nuclear energy is a clean, secure, unrestricted and competitive low-carbon source of energy. In a bid to counter the recent price hikes, EU leadership has encouraged member states to reach for the bloc's emergency toolbox as a short-term solution. These direct payments, tax breaks and subsidies that could help businesses affected by the crunch.